Hey guys, so I bet you never thought you would hear me talk about the Brady Bunch or listening to a song from the movie, which is more like a satire parody version of the Brady Bunch. So the Brady Bunch movie came out like 1995, I think, and it's amazing. It really is. Um, the cast, the 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 Brady Bunch themselves, it's like you can't even tell the difference because they're so good at what they do. All of them portray their characters perfectly. You have people like James Avery in there, Uncle Phil. Michael McKean is like the next door neighbor, the lawyer, or like the realtor trying to sell their house. Um, you get pop ups from the original cast. It's great. You got the song that we're gonna listen to, and Davy Jones. Back in the day, I think my mom even said, she's like, yeah, I had a huge crush on Davy Jones. Davy Jones, the not the, you know, do you fear death? Not that Davy Jones. This man was able to command legions of. No, that's the other Davy Jones too. The music, no, the other one, the other Davy Jones is pretty good with that organ. The guy who was in the Monkees, that Davy Jones. Um, so that Davy Jones, and he was in an episode of the Brady Bunch, and I think in the same way in the movie, it's like, oh, he's Marsha's trying to get Davy Jones, like writing to Davy Jones, and he ends up showing up at like their school dance or whatever it was. It's been ages since I've seen that episode. But I think that was the premise that she kept writing because she was like the head of the Davy Jones fan club or something like that, and she kept writing to him, wanting him to come to the dance or whatever. Um, and he eventually does show up. Um, but Davy Jones, Davy freaking Jones, man. Of course, he's no longer with us, which that guy was talented. Even in older age, he sounded amazing. But this version of Girl, it this
Girl, look what you've done to me. Me and my whole world. Girl, you've brought the sun to me with your smile. You did it, girl. I'm telling you, girl.
and already right off the bat, it's not like the Davy Jones version, that's kind of mellowish and no, it's obviously, in the movie, uh there's like this whole talent show going on and stuff like that, and there's like this grunge band, and they're up there playing. Davy Jones ends up showing up, and he starts singing, and the band starts to kind of go along with it, and they actually get into it. It's probably the best song. Well, not the best song in the, because it's really the one of the only songs. They do like one or two others or something, but it shows just how his era, you know, music from his era, from Days of the Monkees, we're with the Beatles and that era, to like the grunge and stuff of the 80s and 90s, and it just forms together, and it's just a nice blend of his era that's very like, very, oh, so whimsical, um talking about love and that kind of thing, to grunge, very heavy and just like, very like machine like. But it's
Something unknown to me makes you what you are, and what you are is all that I want for me, and it's good to feel that way, girl.
You see how nicely that blends for people who grew up listening to Davy Jones and his style of music to hear and it this song is so good. Like I remember hearing this. I'm like, because obviously back then, even as a kid growing up in the '90s, I knew who Davy Jones was. We watched the Monkees all the time. Hell, actually, I think when I go over to take care of June, they're still showing the episodes of the Monkees. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees, and people say we monkey around. You know that they still show those, and I remember watching them all the time as a kid. Um, but Davy Jones, again, women, and even in the movie, they kind of acknowledge that. You know, you have all these women who are clearly older, you know, like 30s, 40s, 50s, all running up to the stage. They're like, oh my God, it's Davy Jones. And everyone's like, I don't get it. You had to have been there, you know? Um, Kind of like the girls back then with like the Backstreet Boys and stuff. It's just, you know, you got a pretty face, you got a good voice, and the girls are just the panties basically just cream themselves.
And what you are is all that I want for me. And it's good to feel that way, girl. Thank you, girl, for making the morning brighter. Girl, for making the nighttime nicer. Girl, for making a better world for me. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Thank you,
So awesome. Again, Davy Jones sounds amazing. If you go back and watch, you know, videos like he was at the Epcot Center, um, you know, doing some of these songs, you know, Daydream Believer, Girl, and even in his old age, he sounded good, like very good. Um, but this movie in general it's an amazing movie, and it's on YouTube right now for free, as of right now, as of the first or January 20th, 2024. You know, they'll have movies for free for a little while, and then they take them off, then they'll bring them back. But as of right now, it's free. Go watch it. It's an amazing movie. It's satire of the Brady Bunch, but the characters look like the original. You have the original cast popping up from here, you know, here and there. Well, as many as they could. Uh, you know, you have all these big major things going on, and you have Marshall like, oh, well, I asked this person to the dance, and now I ask him. Now, what am I gonna do? I've never been in this situation before in my life, you know, or you know, Mike giving his words of wisdom, and you know, in the show, but here he just does it too much. Um, it's such a great movie, and I think there's a sequel after this, like they go to Hawaii or something. And then there's like this running joke that like the mom's a lesbian or something like that. Like Greg and Marcia have like a hookup type thing or something like that, which I believe they actually did hook up in real life. When they were filming, and people were like, "Oh my God, it's no." First off, in the show, they're step siblings. A little weird still, but they're not blood related. And two, they're not related in real life. So if they wanted to date, there's nothing wrong with that. They were two teenagers who liked each other. But yeah, that was Davy Jones, Girl, the Brady Bunch movie version. the blend of, the 60s, 70s, because 60s, 70s kind of sounds similar, but then the 80s, 90s kind of metal, or not metal, but rock or grunge or whatever, it just blended together so beautifully. And it's just definitely, I definitely listen to the original, and then you can go back and listen to this and you're like, wow, I actually prefer this version more. Um, but yeah, if you guys remember the Brady Bunch, it's the Brady Bunch movie, which is a beautiful dedication. It's not a movie dedicated to the cheesiness and all the campiness of the original, while still respecting it. But if you haven't seen it, watch it. If you haven't seen any episode of the Monkeys, I recommend watching. Like I said, they're on TV still. They're still on TV. Um, but yeah, were you a fan of Davy Jones? If ladies, any fans of Davy Jones, let me know. Or maybe you gentlemen, maybe like, oh my God, Davy Jones, he's just such a cutie. I mean, we don't judge here, so if you're a dude who is obsessed with Davy Jones, that's perfectly fine too. But yeah, let me know. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.